Hello and welcome to another match preview show on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. No rest for the wicked, as they say, and it's exactly the case for Liverpool, who face a tough away fixture at Turf Moor against Burnley. Now, Burnley don't play the same type of football that they used to under Sean Dyche, or Dyche ball, as some fans would call it. But regardless, it's still a tough place to grab a win. Under Vincent Kompany, they try to deploy a high pressing game and play with a lot of energy and intensity. It worked with great success last season in the Championship, but in the Premier League, not so much. This is a different ball game, and the bridge in quality is huge. Burnley's recent form has been a bit of a mixed bag. They've won 2 games, lost 2, and drawn 1 in the last 5 games. Currently 19th in the league with 11 points, but have conceded the most goals with 36. Liverpool, on the other hand, are still trying to claim top spot, but fell short against Arsenal. But due to being robbed by the referee with a Stonewall penalty, we weren't able to capitalize and take matters in our own hands. But time to move on and focus on this game as I present the team news, the predicted lineups for both teams, and my score prediction. So let's start with the Burnley team news. So they have Charlie Taylor available for selection, Goodmanson, Jack Cork, and Aaron Ramsey are doubts, but could face late fitness tests before the game. One of the bright sparks of the season is Koleosho. Unfortunately, he's out with a knee injury, but Odebert's performance and goal against Fulham will give Kompany a great attacking threat from the left-hand side. In terms of Liverpool, still long-term injuries to Matip, Robertson, Thiago, Bajcetic, and Ben Doak. Jota McAllister are still out and won't be featuring anytime soon. Unfortunately, Tsimikas suffered a broken collarbone against Arsenal over the weekend and could be out for some time. Diaz also took a blow on the knee during that fixture, but should be fit to take part in this game. So let me present the predicted lineups for Burnley. Then I'll do Liverpool, and then I'll present the score prediction. So let's start with the Burnley team. So in terms of Burnley, I don't think it'll be a different formation. They have been accustomed to playing the same sort of formation week in, week out. So I think they'll stick with a 4-4-2 formation, which you can see on the screen. In terms of personnel, their first choice keeper is Trafford. Some question marks in terms of his performance this season. I feel like he's a good goalkeeper, a young goalkeeper with huge potential. So when you've got a keeper that's inexperienced at this level, they will tend to make mistakes. So he has done that, unfortunately, this season, but has also made some promising saves as well. So I think it was a good signing for Burnley in the summer. I feel like he's done a decent job so far. In terms of the back four, you've got Charlie Taylor, who's been at Burnley for God knows how long, pretty much a mainstay player at the club. So he will start at left back. And then you've got Bayer, who is normally on the left side of their defense. And his partner will be O'Shea. If I can find him, there we go. And then you have Vitinho, who is the right back, and that's where the creativity comes from this team. There we go, there he is. So that would be the back four. It's been their solid back four throughout the season, so no surprise in terms of the team selection there. Normally, it would be Koleosho on the left-hand side, but you've got a player that's broke into the team, and that's Odobert. If you haven't seen his goal against Fulham, definitely check it out. What a wonderful strike it was. It was a 2-0 victory for Burnley over the weekend. So, yeah, a young player showing a lot of promise there. So I feel like he will get the nod ahead of Nathan Redmond to play on the left-hand side. In the centre midfield areas, I think could be pretty much the mainstay players. So the likes of Brownhill, who's very pivotal, has great experience playing for Burnley as well. So he'll be key in their midfield, obviously presenting a physical presence and trying to do the dirty work and make sure Liverpool don't have any influence from the middle of the park. Alongside will be Berger, who scored a phenomenal goal over the weekend as well. Pretty much ran from his own half into the box and managed to hit a low shot and hit the bottom corner. So, yeah, a good goal from him. And then on the right-hand side, you will have Larson, who's been there for most of the season, I think. So it's this one, yeah. So definitely attacking threat. Definitely has an eye for goal. So someone we have to look out for, especially as we don't have a traditional left back in our team right now. And up top, you've got Amdouni, who for me looks very impressive whenever I see him play. A young Moroccan striker, great pace, great shooting ability as well. I'll say Moroccan. He's Moroccan by heritage, but he plays for the Swiss team. His strike partner will be debatable, I would say. Foster came on the other day, so you'd expect him to start. I actually think Company might go for experience and play Jay Rodriguez, who, from my recollection, always does well against Liverpool, whether it's in a Burnley shirt or in a West Brom shirt. He's definitely scored a lot of goals against us in the past. So definitely someone I think could start in this game. And then you've got the likes of Foster, and then you've got Obafemi as well on the bench. So they've got options coming through, but I think this will be the main selection for Vincent Kompany. Drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. Is it the right selection, or do you think there might be a surprise in terms of who starts for this team over the course of next couple of days, or tomorrow, I should say. So, yeah, interesting lineup there. 4-4-2, don't really see a lot of teams playing that formation. So we have to make sure we defend well against the front two or win our battles in midfield there. So what we'll do now, we'll switch over to our formation and then take it from there. So 4-3-3. Obviously, that's our normal formation as well. Alisson starts in goal without any hesitation there. Back, so the full-back position, so left back, I don't see Luke Chambers playing. Gomez, for me, actually showed a great account of himself when he came on. A bit shaky in the first half. Second half, found his rhythm, almost scored a goal. I'm telling you guys, he will break that deadlock this season. Could it be against Burnley? For his sake, I hope so. Remains to be seen if he manages to do that. And on the other side, we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold playing right back. And then in the centre-back area, Van Dijk. Some would say maybe his partner should be rotated because we're playing a lot of games. But after this fixture, we play Newcastle on the 1st. So we have a few days break where we can sort of recuperate. So I think Konate will be given a start in this fixture. And he was phenomenal against Arsenal, especially when he was going up against Martinelli. One of his best games, I've said, so far this season. So when a player's in that form, you've got to play him in the next game, despite it being, a couple of days after. Defensive midfield, for me, it's Endo. We don't really have much options, but I feel like he's been very consistent in his recent forms. The game against Arsenal was definitely his best game for the club as well. He was just everywhere. A lot of talk was around Declan Rice, and he had a good performance as well. But for me, I feel like Endo was the better player in the park that day. Broke up play, was good on the ball, very efficient, and just showed so much energy. He covered our fullbacks, teamed up with them whenever required against Martinelli or Saka. So really, really helped out the team and read the ball, read the game, I should say, very well. In the second half, he was pressing more forward as well, playing like a number 8 role, where in terms of positionally. So his high press definitely helped. He managed to tackle a few of the Arsenal players and led to counterattacks as well. So for me, he was everywhere. For me, he was man of the match against Arsenal. So I'm hoping he produces another great performance in this game, which will be a tough encounter as he's expected to play in an environment that's quite known to be hostile. And you've got an opposition where it's that traditional England midfield sort of player, playing up against someone like Brownhill. So yeah, it will be welcome to the Premier League sort of game where it's a proper English physicality presented on the pitch. In terms of the 2 number 8s, I'm going to stick with the ones that were selected over the weekend. So I'm going with Jones, who I feel like had a good performance. In my opinion, got taken off too early. Should be kept on for another 10 minutes. But maybe Klopp had this fixture in mind, wanted to rest him. And then front 3, I'm going to go for, obviously, Salah. Don't need to explain his case too much. I'm starting with Gakpo. I'm going to give him another shot. I wasn't impressed with his performance against Arsenal. I feel like he's been very up and down this season, but I like him as a player, so I feel like he should be given another chance up top. And on the left, I wouldn't go for Diaz. I'd go for Darwin Nunez. I feel like the game against West Ham showed his quality there. And then even when he came on against Arsenal, his brief cameo outpaced Ben White on that left-hand side, burning him for dead. And, you know, he hasn't scored in those last couple of games, but I feel like he's getting close, but he's contributing as a team player as well. So for me, definitely deserves to start in this fixture. So yeah, so that's my team right there. In terms of the danger men for Burnley, I would say Odegaard is a young fullback, so Trent will need to make sure he's on his A game. Obviously, you probably have Szoboszlai and Konate helping out in terms of defensive duty, as I expect Trent to play more of an inverted role. You've got Berger as well, who is traditionally a defensive midfield player, but is box to box. So just got to be wary of any sort of deep runs that he's making. Make sure we're not caught by surprise where somehow he enters the box and scores a goal. And then up top, I'm thinking Amdouni is a live wire, can attack the channels very well on the left or the right. So he's someone we have to make sure we mark him and make sure he doesn't present any danger to us in the attacking third. From the defensive point of view, you've got Vitinho as well, who's very attack-minded, fullback. And then you've got Taylor, who's got great delivery with his left foot and can certainly hit a shot from long distance as well. So a few dangerous players here and there, but I feel like we have enough in the locker to handle the opposition. So in terms of my score prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Liverpool, and I'm going to pick Darwin Nunez as the goal scorer and also Curtis Jones. So that's my quick match preview. That's my team lineup there as well. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Love to hear from you guys. And that's a wrap up for today, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. In terms of upcoming content, I will be doing a match reaction for this game. Time to be confirmed. It might be straight after the game. It might be the following day. I'm not too sure as of yet. So the best thing to do is hit that notification bell on YouTube, and you'll be notified when that show will be taking place. You can also follow me for all the latest updates on my social media accounts. So you can follow me at OzzieFTP on Twitter/X, or you can follow me at Ozzie.ftp on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. So until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you all very soon. Goodbye.